So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Is usually the first question you get in any interview conversation. But how do you actually answer this? I'll give you a hint. As an interviewer, don't bring up your puppy or your soccer practice later on. No, there's a particular criteria in mind when this question is asked to you. Today, we're going to discuss how to answer this as a new person to the software testing world who doesn't have any experience. I'll make a second video after this for how to answer this if you actually do have experience in the world. If you're new here, my name is the Test Lead, and I make content to help you on your software testing journey. Today's topic is answering for new people into the field. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Let's get started. If you're new to the field and don't have any experience yet, don't be intimidated by this question. Usually, if I'm interviewing you, I already saw your resume and also know you don't have any experience. But I'm looking for 1. You may have relevant transferable skills from other experiences or jobs. 2. Your enthusiasm. And 3, most importantly, if you're new, your potential. Now, let's break down how to structure your answer for this question. Introduce your background. Start by giving a brief overview of your education or any relevant experiences that led you to QA. Talk about what you've learned. Highlight the skills or knowledge you've gained through boot camp certifications or personal projects. And 3, why you're even interested in QA. Explain why you chose the QA software testing field as a career and why this job excites you. Next, let's break down some example answers that you can give to this question, depending on your actual history. Let's say you have a traditional computer science degree. Here's an example answer that you can give. I have a degree in computer science, and while studying, I discovered a strong interest in software quality. I worked on several group projects where we created software, and I was responsible for testing our code. I learned how to write test cases, perform manual testing, as well as automation testing and track bugs. Though I haven't had a formal QA role yet, I've developed a strong foundation in testing and problem solving, which is why I'm excited to apply for a full-time QA position. I'm particularly drawn to your company because of your focus on delivering high-quality software to customers. So simple, straightforward, and to the point. Once again, I'm not talking about my soccer practice later today. I'm staying on topic. Next, because everybody doesn't have a traditional computer science degree, let's say you went to a boot camp or something of that nature to learn a skill set. What's an example answer that you can use? I recently completed a QA boot camp where I learned the fundamentals of software testing. During the boot camp, I worked on hands-on projects where I wrote test cases, tested web applications, and tracked bugs using Jira. I also learned about the automation testing tools like Selenium, which I find really interesting. While I don't have professional experience in QA yet, I'm excited to apply everything I learned in a real-world setting. I'm particularly interested in your company because I admire how you prioritize quality and innovation. Quick break. If you're enjoying the video so far, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need help on your software testing journey, please check out my website, thetestinglead.com. I have books and courses to help you on your journey. Now, back to the video. Maybe you don't have a degree, or you didn't take a course or boot camp, but what you do have is a certification. here's an example answer that you can give. I recently completed the ISTQB certification, which introduced me to different types of software testing, like functional, regression, and performance testing. I've also gained experience with tools like Postman for API testing and Jira for bug tracking. While I haven't yet worked in a professional QA role, I've applied these concepts by testing websites in my spare time. I'm passionate about ensuring that software works perfectly, and I'm eager to start my QA career with a company that values high-quality products. So depending on how you learned this skill set, you can mix and match pieces from those example answers. But now, let's break down some key tips to focus on when answering this question. Focus on what you've learned. As a beginner, focus on the skills you've gained through boot camps, courses, degrees, or certifications. Even personal projects are great examples. Especially if you have any personal projects. These are great examples that you can bring up at this time. Show enthusiasm. Employers love candidates who are excited about learning and starting their career in QA. Show that you're eager to grow in this field. If I'm interviewing you and you're just disengaged, low energy, in my head, I'm gonna think, yeah, they don't really care about getting this job. But instead, if you're smiling, you have high energy, I'm gonna say, okay, this person actually seems interested, and they'll probably be a joy to work with. Highlight transferable skills. Even if you haven't worked in QA before, you likely have skills from previous roles that can be helpful, like problem solving, attention to detail, or working with teams. If you've had other jobs, maybe projects in school, you probably have transferable skills that you can bring up in your interview. So no skill is too little to mention. For example, if you worked with teams before, that's a transferable skill because as a software tester, you must work in a team. Be honest. It's okay to be new to QA. The key is showing that you're ready to learn and grow in the role. Just be yourself. Don't try to fake it, fake what you know or your experience because you will quickly get exposed. It's better off saying, I don't know the answer to this or I don't have experience to this, but I'm willing to learn it. Having that growth and learner's mindset can take you far. Today, we quickly went over how to answer. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself for people who are new to the field? Next up, you probably should watch this video here or this video here. And most importantly, don't forget this, learn something new today.